Greetings, YouTubers and World of Tanks fans. Today I'm bringing a rather disgustingly horrible replay in, the one I was just recently in, and I'm not going to ruin it for you. See how it turns out, how much of a landslide win this enemy team is going to have over us. And I hate to say this, I played at least 15, 20 games, and maybe have had 2 wins, and 15 out of the 15, 20 games, most of them, right after the one win, was straight through losses. Non-stop. And I'm not talking about, okay, it was an even match type of thing. No, this was complete and utter annihilation to the teams that I was on. I mean, we're talking guys just walking, just not walking, driving straight on in to the base and just killing everything. I mean, without batting an eye. Just no issues, no nothing. No resistance. People just, like, parked there and just gave up. And I think it's just bullshit. And to sit here and just try and try and try and try and try. And after a while, it's like, no. It's right there. It's proof right there. The game just says fuck you to your face with matchmaking and everything. They'll take you, put you in a tank, put you on the bottom tier, and say good luck. Oh, what, your stock? Well, too bad. Good luck. Well, here's a platoon of 3 guys in Cromwells, each one with 40,000, 50,000 battles. Hey, good luck. Try to deal with those guys, while your top player has 600 battles, or 500 battles, or maybe, if you're lucky, 5,000 battles. I do apologize. I think, apparently coming down with something. My 2 kids have it already, so I think it's just a matter of time before I fully catch the effects of it. Anyway, enough ranting. Let's see what happens here.
Up and at 'em, lads.
I decide right here to go with the 2 Matildas. Or 2 Matilda 4s. And of course, the wonderful speed this thing does, yeah, you can feel it. Seems like the Matilda 4s over here seem to be moving a lot faster, though. But not by much. Bam! That's right. That's right, our own artillery decided to fucking kill our own Matilda 4 with 1 shot. Just, saying, hey, fuck it, hey, why bother playing? Apparently the guy must be having a wonderful day like I am, too. Just constantly goddamn losing. And just had enough, Am I condoning it? Absolutely not. And this is where things just go right down the toilet at this point. Matilda driver's like, hacks. Report. I would too. I'm stopping here, letting those guys get up there to have a bad feeling, and of course my bad feeling comes in completely and utterly. I don't know why I'm looking over there. Alright, let's start shooting. Oh, 49 damage. Yay, 108. Look at this guy. T-14. OP? Hell, fuck yeah. Look at this guy. Just goes right through with no problems. Look at this. Just keeps going. Keep going. Keep going. Look at the, also, look at the team. Check out the teams already. How long has it been? And look how many people have fallen this quick, this fast. Look how many shots I have placed into 2 different tanks, and I still ended up with a piss-poor score.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Here comes. Oh, this guy. Lower plate. Yep. Okay, did some damage. Bam. Over.
We've had it. Everybody out.
And that's it. Just that simple. From here on out, the enemy team completely and utterly annihilates everyone. I mean, they don't lose anyone else on their side. I'd keep the replay going, but it obviously won't work. It just cuts off after I die. And the enemy team just sits here and dominates. I mean, they don't get any more losses. No one even kills the T-14 right here. No one else even touches it. He just drives in and kills everything else that's over by our base. Everyone from the east side of the map, over there with the Coventor and the T-34, the Skoda T-24, they just all just fall apart like a house of cards. Easy peasy for the enemy team. And the problem here is this continued, and it kept going like this. It didn't stop. There wasn't one match where, oh, I did okay in. No, it just kept going. It didn't stop. The match just kept going. Match after match after match after match. It just kept going. And each time I was bottom tier. And it just seemed like it was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And this was maybe an hour ago, if that. And it just kept going and going and going like that. And it's after a while, someone says, fuck this shit. Do you really want to keep playing and losing? And making the enemies that you're facing better and better and better and better. And what all you're doing is making the enemy team, and the opponents on the enemy teams, I should say, better. While you just keep getting worse, worse, and worse. It just makes your life more miserable. That's all it's about. And that's what I've noticed about this game. It's not playing the game. There's no such thing as playing the game. It's suffering through the game. Now, I hear about all these patches that are planned for next year that Wargaming is going to work on fixing the whole matchmaking system. No more of this, oh, one side can have 6 heavy tanks and one side has 10 tank destroyers. None of that. They're going to be fixing it and whatnot. And you know what? I'll believe it when I see it. So far, they've been talking and talking, and basically they've been talking out of their ass. You know, they really have. Does anyone remember that conference that Jingles and Rita and Quickie Baby went to at the beginning of this year? Yeah. They were talking about how they're going to fix the game, and they're going to do this, and they're going to do that. They had this huge day-long conference, and, oh, they put up all the smiley faces. Everything's great. Everything's wonderful. You know, hey, give us some input, guys. Tell us, how can we fix the game? And what happens? Nothing gets fixed. Nothing. But they put out, what? 2 more tech trees of tanks or some shit like that? Come on. Really? You're not fixing the problems. You're just going to keep adding more and more tanks to make the compound the problem even worse. And they're also talking about reducing tank accuracy even further. When I heard that blew my fucking mind completely. I'm like, what are they talking about? They're going to reduce the accuracy even further? So basically they're going to penalize people that have 75% trained crew even further. So that means RNG is going to have an even bigger spike than the normal 35. How fucking unfair is that going to be? And then they have people saying that this game is as realistic as it possibly can be. It's going to be so true to history. What a load of shit that is. I'll tell you right now. Some of these tanks, even though most of them probably didn't even exist, a good portion did. I give them that. But goddamn, they're going to actually reduce the chance of hitting something even more? What the hell is that going to do to the gameplay? If you're having a hard enough time right now trying to shoot something, just magnify that, plus the 35, which is probably going to be increased to 40, so it's harder to do shit. I mean, why don't they just make it to 50? Do 50% RNG, man. Come on. I mean, it's a tank after all. It's got a gun. I mean, you're aiming. You have to sit there and wait for an aiming circle to reduce so you can actually shoot relatively within the aiming circle, which is a load of horseshit in itself, because usually when you fire, the shot goes everywhere but in the middle of that aiming circle, even if you're fully aimed. That's because RNG has to step in to make sure you miss, because you're not a top-of-the-line player, and your crew's not 100% trained, Well, yeah, geez. What else are they going to do to screw a player over that's just starting this game? I mean, they're already fighting the odds of fighting players that have tens of thousands of battles over them. They have uh, no knowledge of where to shoot tanks at. Even casual players still have problems with certain tanks. It's just how it is. And then you put them in battles against tanks they can't even dream of hurting. Yet now they're going to throw in the RNG factor, and they're going to reduce the chance of hitting targets? The accuracy of tanks are going to be reduced, they say. I heard that, I'm like, I just slapped myself in the head like, are you kidding me? They're really going to be doing that. They're going to cut down the accuracy of any of these tanks. It would be, it's awful. I can't imagine. I just cannot imagine where this is going to lead. Now, I've watched a video that Quickie Baby put up about all these nice changes and whatnot, but I admit, they seem great. I like the little video that they showed all the nice effects and whatnot. They're redoing all that stuff. That's great. I'm for that. How long's it been since the game's had a graphical advancement? Yeah, it's been a while. All we do are getting HD skins. It's great. The tanks look good, but the environments look like shit. I mean, come on, work on the environment graphics a little, add some special effects to it. You look at the Xbox version, PlayStation version, I think it's on PlayStation, and they have all these cool effects of snow, rain, dust, clouds, all that nice stuff. And what do we have on the PC? Oh, the tank looks snazzy. Yay. But everything else is crap. I mean, more and more the environments are just looking very stale and stagnant, to be honest. Wow, you got some water, that's great. But the trees slightly bend in the breeze. Yeah, that's it. It feels like a painting more than anything. Anyway, another thing I would like to mention here is that new Object 252, and they're putting it as a premium heavy tank. A Russian heavy tank at tier 8. Has anyone looked at this thing yet? It looks just like it has the chassis of an IS-7 with a, IS-2 or 3 turret? This thing's going to be bouncing shots all day long. And for the tiers it's going to be facing, it's going to be the biggest bully on the block, with no one being able to really do anything to it. And it's ridiculous that they're going to actually produce something like that. Another thing that I saw that was rather interesting was the introduction of those two Mini Mouse. I call them Mini Mouse. The Mini Mouse tanks that they plan on leading up from the Tiger P all the way up to the Mouse. Now, I don't know how much of an impact this is going to have on the game. I don't know the stats on it, but having a Mouse at tier 8, that could be very damning for other players as well. You get a platoon of these things together, Artie is going to have a field day hitting them, of course, as people are going to take advantage of how slow they move, but I don't know. I mean, that's a lot of armor. That's a relatively good-sized gun, too, especially with the Mouse. But, of course, the game has to have a way of killing them, because it wouldn't be fair. It would be unfair. It would be German bias, some people would say. But let's analyze that. German bias, when you're actually turning around putting an IS-7 chassis in a tier 8 freaking match. That means, let's see, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, tier 6 is going to be seeing that. That IS-7. And it blew my mind. Anyway, as you can tell, the games have been crap these last few hours here that I've been playing, and I'm just stopping playing. I can't do it anymore. Too much bullshit. One side wins, and it's straight, right up. It doesn't matter. It just does not matter. I hope this serves as a warning. Don't play too many games of World of Tanks. Until next time, I hope you enjoy what you're playing. Bye.